Hello, welcome to this new version of this simulator, which is FSLABS A320-X, and this is a version which is a little bit more complex and more detailed than this predecessor that I was using, which was from Aerosoft. So I will share this first part of this video with you, which is just dedicated as starting the airplane from cold and dark. I also have now EasyDock camera. It's good if you want to fly this airplane in the 3D, in a real 3D mode. We have also the walk around camera, as you can see. There is a lot of cameras from nose, front, nose wheel, engine arm, look of the wing tip, under wing, after under wing, and I'm just showing you some of them. Yeah, this is particularly here where we A flap. This is what's open before starting. Behind the aircraft camera and tail camera, and also main camera. Okay, so welcome to the cockpit. The first thing to do is to check the logbook, the legal documents, forms and manuals. Check that everything is on board and valid and correct. So we'll move to the position of captain. Okay, so I will set now the cameras for some default positions, and the first thing that normal pilots when they arrive to cockpit say, it's define their own rules. So in this case, as we briefed before, I will be the pilot flying and you will be the pilot not flying. Proceeding with the safety inspection. Normally the safety inspection is something that pilot not flying do in silence. But once I'm explaining to you, I will explain this a little bit in detail. So even before start the batteries, there are some checks which is called safety inspection that we need to do, and those are related with thrust levers are idle, master engines are off, engine mode selector is normal, parking brake is set, gear is down, as you can see, and wipers are off. So all of these is just to make sure that when we power up the airplane nothing wrong will happen. Okay, then we will check if batteries have at least 25.5 volts. If they don't have, we can replace the batteries or just charge batteries from external power. So in this case we will turn on both batteries, and once external power is available, turn it on. So the airplane now it's starting the computers. We can wait a little bit, and after this we'll continue the safety check that will end when probe window width. I'll zoom in a little bit in order to check. Probe window width is in auto, which means off. These sounds are pretty normal because all the systems are being tested. Anti-ices are off and fuel pumps are off, so everything is expected. Just give a few more moments. And we'll then start the second phase, which is exactly the APU fire test. So first of all, we'll check that APU will have here a warning message of APU fire with ECAM actions, and also have here the master warning. So we just need to make sure that if a real fire happens in APU, all the systems will do exactly what we are expecting. So once the test was done, we'll turn on the APU master switch, and then we'll wait here for the message of flap open. Flap open, and if you check here, the flap is really okay. Going back to the airplane. Once this is done, we can start the APU. Once we press start, the APU will start to heat in very high temperatures and is spinning rotation until we achieve an average of 400 Hertz, which is the ideal. To start our APU bleed. So this is very hot, so if we go to the behind camera, you can also see the smoke coming out of the airplane because we started the APU. Let's go back again, sorry, to this camera. So the APU is at 100%, like I said, 400 Hertz. Okay, and in this case we can then turn on APU bleed. Then we will have bleed to start our engines and to have air conditioning. Check that in a bit. So after this we will also disable pack 2, because normally pack 2 it's only used after takeoff, just to allow us to have more power in the engines at takeoff. Normally it's not important, but if you have a failure in one engine at takeoff, all these small amounts of extra power are needed and very welcome. So the other parts is the cockpit lights, floodlights, internal lights, PDF lights, navigation lights, terrain lights. All of those are already set. Actually I didn't turn it up, and that's why we already have everything on. So another thing that we should do at this point is to check failures here, and if we have failures we should clear, check clear, brakes, accumulate pressure low. Okay, because we will do that in a bit. Another thing that we should do here is check on doors, check that the pressure, oxygen of captain is green, which is okay. We also check the hydraulic fluids, they are on green. The yellow one, it's not on green, but it's okay anyway. The hydraulic quantity cannot be here at the end of this pipe. Then we also check in the engines the oil quantity. Oh god, oil quantity 0. Well, check. Engine oil refill. Engine oil refill. This is pretty strange. Okay, we'll come back later because this is probably something in the simulator. I will also check. So GPU is connected, air starter is connected, ground chocks are set, pins are set. So let's see this in detail. Maintenance, everything is okay. If okay. Fire, we didn't have a fire, we don't need to refuel the fire fuel. Okay, we have more than enough fuel payload. We are not setting this for now. Units are okay. And the engines are normal. Doors are open. These ones are for catering, so not needed right now. So let's go back. Don't know why quantity is at 0. We will proceed for now, and then we will see later if these values will disappear. Okay. At this point, the first officer will do the walk around, and when he's doing his walk arounds, he will check the emergency equipment, the rain repellent, the circuit breakers, and here we'll check for white lights. We also check gear pins and covers, and also he will do the external walk around check. The external walk around check, okay, I will show you here. It's something that normally you do. There is a lot of things you can check in the manual also, which is in normal ops, which is described in detail what he needs to do in all these points of checking areas for the walk around. After that, just need to make sure that we have all documents about the fuel needed, the load, and the passengers that will be on board. After that, we will do the cockpit preparation. And the cockpit preparation is something that normally it's done in scan mode. And in these scan modes, we do add from bottom to up, from left side, then central part, and then the right side. After that, we'll perform these settings here in ECAMS, central, pedestal, and then in main pedestal here, left, center and right. We'll do that in a bit, and then we will end this video here for now, and I will dedicate just one for the next one for the FMS. So continue the video. So the first thing to do is check the mechanic calls. So this is a mechanic problem, everything's okay. A call from forward and after. Everything is great. Now we'll check the cockpit voice recorder. Okay, check, and just need to make sure that these lips will appear in the cockpit voice recorder. Then we have these faults because GPWS are not fully operational yet, so this is pretty normal. So I will also test the evacuation. So I will say cabin, this is the captain. I will test the evacuation now. Sorry. And then we can shut down and everything, it's okay. Then we will also hide here the menu bar. We'll turn on the first inertial reference system on battery, and then the second inertial reference system on battery, and then the third inertial system on battery. You might wondering why Airbus F3. It's simple, because if we had just two and if the values are not the same, so basically the computer would not have a rule to decide which one is correct. So if they have three, it will use the ones that are close. Okay, so in this left side, check is done. Now we'll proceed to the central part. And in the central part, let me check here my notes that I will also share with you later. So strobe, it's auto. Navigation, it's on. Seat belts, on. No smoking signs, auto. Emergency exit lights, arm. That's it. Here we will also test all lights in the cockpit. This is a test to see if there is any light that it's not bright and as it should be, because some lights might be broken and they need to be replaced. So it's not the case, everything is okay. And we will continue from these two up. Here we already have the APU bleed. I will show you here one rule. So you should use spec flow low when you have, for example, less than 115 passengers, high with temperatures higher than 35 degrees, and normal in the normal operation. In today's flight we will have less passengers, so we will operate with low. So the bed flow will be low. This is the temperature I will stay in. this will be the temperatures. You can also check here the temperatures at air conditioning. Okay, so right now temperatures will decrease because I set it for a lower temperature. So that's why we have 20 and 16. If we go back here, hot air it's entering, and this will level in a bit. So after that, we'll here in the electric system we have both engines stopped, so that's why generators are not providing electricity. And now we'll perform battery tests. So we'll disconnect the batteries, and you will see here in the electric panel that batteries are off, they are not charging the external power. It's almost 400 Hertz, but not quite. And now we'll turn them on again, and you will see here the amperes decreasing below 16, which is exactly what is expected. They drop quite fast. Okay. Test is done. One have 28 volts and the other one have 27. So that's why one of them it's being charged and the other one it's not charging anymore because it's not needed. Okay. So now we'll turn on the left wing pumps, central tank pumps, and right pumps. You might guess why we have two pumps, just to allow us to have a redundant number of pumps in each tank. And of course we also have an extra pump, which is the X feed that will transfer. It's a pump to transfer fuel from one tank to another and allow us to manage this in flight. Okay, so for hydraulic system, here we just need to make sure that all white lights are off, and to do the hydraulically electric pump test you need to have a clearance to the ground. So I will simulate that now. Cockpit to ground, go ahead. Please confirm area clear for hydraulic pressurization. Thanks. So we confirm that area is clear, and now we can perform an electric pump. Because when we do that, the surfaces can change very rapidly, and they can injure someone that it's near to the control surfaces, because they have tons of power. Okay, so now the hydraulic power is on, you'll see here, you'll see also that brakes are pressured now, so we can turn it off. Good. In the right side, so we have everything in the right place. Here we have one white light that we need to extinguish, and then we'll go to the after overhead panel. Here we just need to make sure that audio switch is at normal. You can turn on here the lights. Okay, and that's it for now. And then we'll go to the center instrument panel. Here what we will do is to check the key and edge, and today key and edge it's 1015, so it's set. Check the altitude, and we are correct. Then we come to here, and we will check also the clock that it's correct at UTC. We also check that anti-skid it's on, landing here it's down. Okay, then we'll go to the radio main panel here from the left side, not this one, sorry, and we'll turn it on. Okay, it's radios. What we need to do, it's, I'll show you here, it's to have VH1 for ATC, VHF2 to 80s, and VHF3 to ACARS to transmit message from one airplane to another. Here we can check the weather, and here we will check with the ground, tower, and control zones, control centers, and so on. Okay, coming down now, we will go to the pedestal at left. We need to make sure that this should be off. Predicted weather, wind shear should be off. This should be, sorry, at weather and terrain. And we can put here some light. I will also rotate this, and these buttons sometimes they are a little bit hard. And that's it. Now in the center panel, we just need to check that all switch panel selectors are normal. We need also to check the cam status, and everything it's normal as it should be. After that, we just need to make sure that engines are off, that engine multilater is normal, of course that the thrust levers are idle, the header trim is 0, parking brake is set, and also that gravity gear extension is stowed. Okay, and it is. So that's it for now. As you checked, this is the cockpit preparation scan that belongs to the cockpit preparation checklist, and in the next video we will see how to configure our flight management system from the init page. And data and so on. Okay, see you then in next video.